I know, we are a few minutes early, so that's okay. I'll be able to get...
Better early than late. That's what I always say.
Or better late than never.
Unless you're coming to my house and I told you a specific time to be there, then please don't come early.
I'm going to move this a touch. So there we go. I just love...
You took the deep breath you said you were going to take.
Oh, I know. I'm taking a deep breath.
It's hot.
It's very hot.
Mommy gets grouchy.
Stop it. That
just
is
a little grouchy. I'm sure many people can.
I know. I see we have one person watching. Hello, hello, hello. Well, because it's hot and because I feel like we seriously have so much to do in this basement, I was beginning to feel a little discouraged. So yeah. We just started, I just grabbed some various items that we're gonna work on today. Easy peasy stuff that you probably find in your basement. So we're gonna put all of this furniture and this big stuff aside this week, and we're gonna focus on some small projects and talk about some transfer basics. Because, I don't know about you, but there is no quicker way to flip a simple box or a toolbox or another toolbox or a tabletop into something really wonderful. Use an IOD transfer. So
slap a transfer on it.
That's what we're going to do. We're not painting today. We're just going to be making these things pretty. So welcome to the Basement Chronicles. It's week 18. I'm hoping next week we can take a little tour upstairs, maybe.
Wow. Liz can't hear you very well.
Oh, is that right, Liz?
Is anybody else feeling that way?
Okay, let me shift my mic.
Just wait a second, make sure, because it could just be her.
Is it just you, Liz?
No offense to you, Liz, but sometimes that does happen.
Maybe I just need to talk louder. Maybe I need to move the mic a little bit. Back.
Or it could be just Liz needs to turn her volume up.
Or it could be just Liz. How about that?
Loud and clear, says Peggy.
Beautiful. Fine. Can they hear Megan?
Just spoke. Danielle has great sound.
Awesome.
Somebody said, I wish Megan was louder than Lynn.
Oh, Megan, you can slide over a little bit more. I turned the mirrored piece away so that nobody has to get a peek of you.
Oh.
Anyway, welcome. It is hot, and when it's hot, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I get a little cranky.
Just a hair.
Just a little. I try to keep a smile on.
Have you ever heard of the phrase walking on eggshells?
No.
That's what we all have to do when it's hot.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So, yeah, but today it's warm. And we are,
Jonathan, did you want to go on and maybe do a transfer with Mimi on camera?
Jonathan is here.
I would.
He would?
Yeah, sure.
I would love
I feel like we could show that a transfer is so easy. Even Jonathan could do it.
Absolutely.
Raise your hand if you would like my darling baby boy to come on. He's not an actual baby. If you'd like him to come on camera and learn how to do a transfer.
Am I dressed up? I'm not. Yeah, he's our film major.
Jonathan, if you're not comfortable in that outfit, we have a lot of linen tunics upstairs.
Some really cute.
A grain sap dress.
Dresses,
a duster with stars all over it.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
All right, well, when you're ready for him, he'll come.
Okay.
Everybody wants him.
Okay, so...
They're screaming for him.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, we thought maybe next week we would do a little upstairs tour and maybe talk a little bit about how JR and I came to have this building and how we built this business. And I think that would be kind of a fun break. The big table that I did last week is actually now in the van, and we're shifting that upstairs so that we can, but we have to reset upstairs, so we'll have a nice fresh look for next week. Fingers crossed if it's not 90 degrees and mommy isn't crabby. But yeah, that's the plan. And I think it'll all kind of tie in with how we have collected all of this stuff. And
maybe I'll film a little bit tomorrow morning in the heat while you and JR are resetting the shop. I think it'd be fun for everybody to see a little behind
I
the
work
scenes.
from home tomorrow.
Okay, I thought there was talk of.
I do have to come early. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, and you've seen this before. I have an awesome YouTube video, and I will self-proclaim it is awesome, where I do metal toolboxes and use transfers on them. I'm not the only person that does this, but my friend,
Shannon.
my friend Linda Strand, Q is for Quandy, who actually put an awesome blog post up today using our German grain sack stencils.
Oh,
But-
I have to see
But
that.
Linda does these, and I have done them for years. I love putting transfers on these. So we have this little guy, which has been painted with midnight blue, and the inside had a really pretty bright blue. So we're gonna
That's
do
pretty.
something fun with that, with a transfer. And I picked up this tote locally.
That's cool, Mom.
It is the coolest thing. So a local gal who does vintage and antiques, Sherry, had this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this because it's awesome. Now, it's been scrubbed and cleaned, but look at all these compartments.
That is
Isn't
really
it
cool.
So great. But I do want to say that, I mean, I like the look of it like this. This does not bother me. Some people it may bother. So if you really wanted, like, if you weren't like into like kind of the greasy look, here's what I would do. I'm just taking some Fusion, and I'm using Fusion today with my transfers because it has a built-in top coat.
I hate to call you out, Mom, but you did say at the beginning that there would be no painting.
I did say that. But I'm going to show you how I very, very quickly give this a little bit of a fresher, cleaner look. Because not everyone likes that old Barney kind of look.
I would agree Fusion Tough Coat is the easiest, best way to paint something if you're going to use transfers.
Fusion mineral paint.
Yes. What did I say?
Tough coat.
But that's what you would use. I'll transition that if you were using chalk paint.
But seriously, I don't know. I hope you guys can see this. But I am just doing a very light coat over this. I'm not going over the edges. I'm trying to preserve some of that really awesome distressing. But all this does is it just cleans it up a little bit. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anybody watching today?
Oh my gosh, Mom.
We
So many
do?
people.
Wonderful.
Yes. So I'm just a little closer. I think that will help
I'm
a
little
bit.
closer. Okay.
So you definitely, whatever you're using, you want to always seal before using a transfer.
Listen to this girl now with her wealth of knowledge. Next thing you know, she'll be wanting to put on a transfer, which she's never done before.
I'm going to let Jonathan do it because I know it was on his bucket list this summer.
I'm sure.
My 21-year-old son was high on his
Learn how
bucket
to
list to put a transfer on.
Well, let me tell you what. This is the cool thing about a creative. And Jonathan, I'm going to kind of call you out a little bit on this, but I think all through high school, Jonathan had no, like, maybe deep down you did, but I don't think it was on your radar to be kind of artsy or creative or anything like that. You were
Too busy.
You were very busy.
But also, even if you had a project that involved colored pencils, you would cry. I saw you crying in your
Because
room.
the stuff they would give you at high school was like the lamest. It wasn't actually
He
creative.
wouldn't even let me see the stuff he drew.
But it wasn't actually. It was like it wasn't actually creative stuff.
No, but I feel like you definitely thought like, okay, art's not my thing. You didn't love art class
Yeah,
at that time.
I do think it was a time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't have,
I think you were at a different place then, and it wasn't on your radar that you would be doing like creative things, and you know, in the meantime, your brother was drawing full-on SpongeBob SquarePants illustrations when he was 3 years old, right? Anyway, but I think a really cool thing happened. What's that?
You were pointing out that August is better than him at art.
No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, it wasn't your thing. You were math, science, academics, sports, all that stuff, right? And so then Jonathan went away to school, and he was fortunate enough to go to a really nice school, private school here in New York State, where they encouraged him to explore all the things, right? Like try different subject matter, try different courses. And I don't know, Jonathan, what led you to decide I'm going to try an art class?
I don't know. Just like,
Didn't they say you should try something in the arts?
I just
Your
didn't- I didn't wanna-
advisor?
I just didn't want to take anything that was math or science.
Yeah, but to take a drawing class.
They
is
told me
wild.
that I should do something that I wouldn't.
Yeah, outside of his comfort zone.
Exactly.
yes.
And so that's what he did. He took a drawing class, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he goes to Hamilton, Jane.
And let me tell you something, Jane Brown, about that wonderful college, Hamilton, that's right down the road from you.
And this is not a sponsored
No, it's not.
episode.
But one
But
day,
we're open to it.
so one day Jonathan is texting like illustrations to his family, some of the things that he was doing in his drawing class, and literally we were like
Screaming.
blown away. Like, what? Who knew? Like, oh my gosh, it was the most exciting thing.
We really did freak out when you
We
when you
freaked
drew that
out.
and just came home with a portfolio.
Yeah.
And then he was like starting to wear berets, and it was really a whole different person
Art
came
smocks.
home. Yeah.
Anyway, it really, I think, just opened his eyes to the fact that he did have that something in him. And I say that all to say that we all have that something in us. And we may not have, it may take us a lifetime to discover it. But the fact is like you try. Get an art journal, try some different things, try sketching, try drawing. If you've never done a transfer before, oh my goodness, try it. There is no shame in imperfection. And
I think the point is sometimes you just haven't found your medium.
that's exactly
And
right.
we hear people come in the shop all the time and say, but I'm not crafty.
Oh, that is
Can I
yeah.
do this? I can't do this. That's just not for me. Like, we hear that a lot.
Right.
And you just have to find the right thing.
Because they'll look at a transfer like Ode to Henry Fletcher, they'll see that and say, oh, I couldn't do that. But what they're seeing is that 17th century engraving. I couldn't do that either, but I can sure rub that image of the 17th century engraving on a piece of furniture. So I think that we get so intimidated by like having to feel like we're perfect at something.
Comparison's the thief
And
of joy.
It is. Comparison is the thief of
I mean,
joy.
just think, everybody, it was only a week ago when I thought I couldn't use inlay. I can't use crackle. I don't know how. And here I am already better than mom at it. My first try.
Did we need to move the microphone closer to me? Is that what we need to do?
My first try, everyone agreed that mine was about 1,000 times better than mom's. So you don't know until you just give it a try.
Actually,
you know?
I will say, it made me very proud to see that you were willing to tackle that.
I know
And you did
it
a
might have been
great
hard.
job.
It might have been hard to hear from the audience that, some people said it's not just that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but it's better than the original apple. Some people were saying.
Is that what they were saying?
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah. Oh, I guess I missed
They
those
were
comments.
saying like, oh my gosh, it's like going from crab apple to honey crisp is what they were saying. Wow.
Oh, you're good, Mother. You're good. All right. So that's our family for you.
If anybody wants, I can go get that piece that I made and bring
It's
it down.
quite all right. We have an hour. So
Okay.
Okay, so that's all I did is I just picked a very close color to this, and this happened to be
That's what would you call that? A tool caddy?
it is a tool kit.
It's something she
It's
found
got
from
all
a
kinds-
vintage seller.
It's got compartments. It's the coolest thing ever. But again, if you don't want that real grungy look, we cleaned this really well with TSP, and I lightly brushed over it just to freshen it up. I'm not going to do the inside because it'll be filled with wonderful things. I know whoever buys it will.
Melissa Jacobson also just wanted to read her comment aloud. Said, "And Megan, you look like Kate Winslet." Jonathan, I just wanted to show that too. So now that's 2 people. So now I can say that people say, yeah, maybe I will be teaching at the retreat, Sandy. It's not going to be cheap.
Oh, is that gonna be? Is that gonna be the add-on?
Well, I'm saying it's not going to be cheap for you, Mom.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I would be open to do maybe. I hope not to do a dueling retreat. That would be terrible if I made people choose.
By the way, there's no refund on the retreat.
Definitely not on my retreat.
And some of you may be asking, what retreat? If you don't follow on Facebook or if you don't get our emails, I'm going to put that aside to dry for a bit. And I'm going to move on to...
Peggy said, I think the fear of failure of doing any type of art comes with age and we have to break through it. Indeed, Peggy.
I agree. I agree 100%. Actually, did I say we might do an inlay also?
No.
I said that.
I can tell that you were being very reserved in the beginning because you were grumpy and hot from being upstairs. You're like, I'm not painting. I'm only doing transfers. And now it's cooler down here. I've made you laugh a little. And you're like, you know what?
Well, I grabbed...
Pull that big old piece over here with the mirror and let's start stripping it.
Let's talk about what we have here. This is kind of a very cool, we think it was an old packing crate, like a shipping crate, but it has this cool leather handle, and it would have been screwed down in place. It's really old. It has the teeny tiniest little finger joints, but it was painted like just a gray color.
What would that have been for?
Maybe it would have been like a machine part or a large camera.
Wow,
Like
such a
from Kodak
fancy.
Or yes. Well, but back then, that's what they would have done.
And just carry it around like that.
They
huh?
didn't have cardboard shipping boxes.
Oh, that's a shit. It was
We
shipped
think
with that
we
handle?
think it might have been. Yes.
Oh, could
That's
you
what we think.
imagine
Yeah.
getting an Amazon package?
Isn't it
Like that.
great? It's so
The
great.
luxury.
So my thought was on this, I might do an inlay. I might.
Okay. We'll see how long it takes Jonathan to put a transfer on.
Yes. So, what we are going to do is, I pulled out my beloved Ode to Henry Fletcher, that side as well.
Lori, you didn't miss a thing. Don't worry. Nothing to see here.
I love this. I love this transfer, and I love Floral Anthology so much.
Yeah, it's pretty.
They are so beautiful, and they're kind of companion pieces. So, I was thinking,
I can't wait to meet you, the other Sandy.
which Sandy? Oh, Sandy
The other
Bear?
Sandy, yeah.
Oh, yes. The other Sandy.
I don't think the original
know.
Sandy comes to you too. I'm not sure. If
She
does.
doesn't. She's working. Okay, so let's take this guy. And I don't know, Megan, if you might need to bring that a little closer and down so people can see. Jonathan, would you mind grabbing a pair of scissors that are hanging behind you?
I'm just gonna let you look and see and tell me how you'd like that.
Okay.
So you want it a little closer.
And I also really wanted to show you too, like how incredible
Tilted
it
down,
is.
Mom?
Yeah. How incredible this is, like on, cut up and used on in pieces. So I'm gonna cut this right off because I.
Are you pleased with this or?
Yeah. As long as they can see me, yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Actually, you could probably tip down a little more.
Hi, Denise.
Hey, Denise. Okay, so this is what I want to use. I want to use this right here.
How do you feel about that?
Great. So I'm going to be adding this on here, and you know that these are in pieces. So I already know that I can trim away. Let's see.
This is okay with you?
Sure.
I can change it.
Nope, that's fine. I'm going to trim away the wording from both of these pieces. And I think we're going to start with this guy because I just love it, love it, love it. And we are going to address how do we get that around. Actually, I need a little bit of a razor knife. Jonathan, Papa's desk, top right-hand drawer, there should be a razor knife over there. No, over there.
Cheryl, I had neon yellow hair a couple years ago.
Oh, is that from the,
Cheryl's watching a cool young hipster get neon yellow green haircut. Talk about artistry, and I am
oh,
far from a
let
cool
me see.
young hipster, but I did have yellow hair.
I don't think this is it, right?
no. It should be like yellow, have a yellow handle maybe.
This?
Nope.
What do you mean, Kaylin? I'm sorry, Arlinda. She said, back when my son was wee little, he saw Faith Hill kiss Tim McGraw in their video, and he was so mad at me. When his daddy walked through the door, he immediately threw me so far under the bus. Just that you were watching something with people kissing, you mean?
Oh dear. So what I'm doing is I'm trimming around this since we seem to be having a hard time finding the razor knife. Please do not leave me a comment that I seem to be unorganized,
No.
whoever you are.
It's always helpful to just criticize someone and tell them what they already know. So. What's the razor look like? A little X-Acto?
Like an X-Acto, yeah. But it's okay, I've already got it, so. I think.
I know where they are upstairs, so I can go grab you one up
Yeah,
there.
that's all right. So you can, I mean, I'm just basically making a little crease to go around my little guy right here. But you can also use a razor knife.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, that. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the backing. I always keep it right on that backing until I'm ready to apply it.
Oh, he thought you were Faith Hill. Excuse me, Arlinda.
Oh! Now I'll use this razor knife to kind of split right where the top meets the bottom. The lid, the cover, the lid meets the bottom. And I will take my little applicator. And Jonathan, this is what you'll be doing.
So watch closely so you don't ruin it.
So I just kind of lift one corner at a time here and work from one side using this applicator to press this into place, and I'll lift as I go. It really does help to kind of release it from the backing.
Oh, I forget that Jonathan's watched probably hundreds of videos of you doing this actually.
Oh, gosh, I know. Poor Jonathan. I wonder
So he probably
sometimes like, oh, how many times he has had to edit.
She painted it blue, but it was like that bright blue that you see on the bottom.
Yeah.
That is what color it was, and that's what color it still is.
So
on
here's
the
how we
inside.
prep our toolboxes. They get sanded. Well, they get cleaned really well with TSP, with Dawn dish detergent, anything that we need to like cut through any grease or disgustingness that are sometimes on these men's toolboxes. And we let it dry completely. We will sand a little bit if we need to, like even with an orbital sander to kind of cut any rust back. And give that a spray of like a Krylon rust inhibitor, rust sealer, and then we typically will apply a coat of Fusion Tough Coat, or not Tough Coat. Sorry, Fusion Ultra Grip. It's a bonding agent
Because it's metal.
because it's metal, and we want to make sure that we get good paint adhesion on there. After you use the bonding agent, you would let it sit for 24 hours and then go ahead and apply a couple coats of paint. Now, I did not put any kind of sealer over this. Fusion paint has a built-in top coat, so it's wonderful for using with transfers. You don't have to put an additional sealer over it in order to apply it to your painted finish. And we like that. We really like that.
Leah's here.
Hi, Leah.
Yes, someone did leave a comment that Mom was unorganized, but Mom is to that comment kind of how I am to the Kate Winslet comment. Like she obsesses over it and it feels like 1,000 people said it, but that's how I feel about that one person saying that I look like Kate Winslet.
Perfect illustration.
And I already blocked that person.
You did not. You
I
should.
sent her a scathing message and blocked her.
I
And then
always-
begged her to come back and help us to get to 10,000.
Right? Now I'm going to use my razor knife to kind of trim around that handle.
Well, Arlinda, that is amazing. I hope you took the pictures. She said when people came through Jacksonville, people really thought she was Faith Hill and would ask her to take a picture with them.
Oh my gosh, really? So you can see I'm really just kind of fudging this around here.
Hey, Lourdes. Did I say Leah's here out loud?
You did
Or
say
just
that.
in my heart?
You said
Because I
it out
didn't
loud.
want to interrupt you.
You said it out loud.
Oh, I wonder how your little suitcase is looking. Are you going to bring it in this
Oh
week,
my
Leah?
gosh, Leah is doing this adorable little project suitcase to bring to retreat. And I just love that.
Mom does actually have a very organized and methodical side to her. But you know what? You can't do it all. Okay?
Can't what?
You can't do it all.
No, I can't. I mean, you should see my lists and my notes. I am not kidding you.
It's like a mad woman.
Here's my problem. No, here's my thing. It's like I don't always share what my projects are or what my thoughts are with the people that could probably help me the most to gather everything. Shirley has pretty much been intuitive about Basement Chronicles and just getting everything set up. She'll ask like, "What are you doing today?" so that she can
Yeah,
like
she's
set up
good.
the space, and I love that.
Okay, a couple nice things that we
Yes.
should remember that people are saying. Peggy says there's a big difference of not being organized and being very flexible with a capability to adapt.
That's actually a
Leah
good
also
point.
said there is also organization in chaos. I would agree. And Robin, I want to give this to you that a man at the farmer's market thinks she's Trisha Yearwood. And God bless.
Well.
Now Stephanie has a question.
Sure.
When I try and manipulate my transfers like that, I get cracks in them. How do I solve that?
Well, manipulate them around a curved surface. Is that what you're saying? Like around this surface? Yeah, you might get cracks. You got to be okay with that, Melissa. You really just have to be okay with it. You're
That was actually Stephanie.
Stephanie, I'm sorry. You just take it slow up and around that corner, like just take it very slowly so that you're just kind of like bit by bit rounding that corner or that edge, you know what I mean? And then if you get a little crack in it, it's okay. It really is. Just remember our 10-step rule here at L&J Goods. What you see when you're 10 inches away from your project, you will not see when you're 10 feet away from it. It's really okay. If you need to, honest to goodness, one of the easiest ways to touch up is take a little tiny bit of a close color and just dab it in with a little fine line paintbrush. But you can see the transfer change color as we go. And this one is a little trickier because I am working around a lot of different, not only curves like on the lid, but then I'm working around this handle. So I've really had to be strategic in how I apply this. I would say if this is your first time doing a transfer, I probably wouldn't pick a project like this, or if I did, I would make sure that I would avoid using the transfers around any handles. Put them more off to the side. Put them over to the side of the latch so that you don't have to do what I'm doing right here.
Robin wants to do a metal toolbox with the new Skinner papers.
Oh my gosh. Is that Robin McClendon?
Of course.
Robin, do you love those papers? I mean, I thought for a minute that I wasn't going to like them, but when they came in, like, these things are so fantastic. I can't wait to do a project with them. They're so good. Okay, so let me grab, this was the little piece. Nope, that was from there. Okay, yep. So see here, this is the part that I sliced off so that I could work around here. I'm just using my thumb, or what you can do is just use that razor knife
Carefully.
to get up close and around the latch. All right, and then I'm also, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put that on, and I'm going to remove the backing first. That would be most helpful, and I'm going to match.
That's a hot tip, Jonathan.
Hot tip. We're gonna make this a little easier for Jonathan if he's still willing to try this.
He's willing.
But look at that. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I'm gonna slice between my lid and the bottom.
We're 9 subscribers away from 10,000.
Get out of here.
And I don't know that I should remind everyone, but I did promise to wear jeans.
Are we
We get to
really
10,000,
9?
yes.
How many? What? That is crazy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you so much.
Maybe we will get that Hamilton sponsorship after all.
You think we will? So I just want to take then a little backing sheet and really make sure you rub this down. What I'm going to do later is I will put some Fusion matte sealer, some Tough Coat over this. Let's fill in this piece right here. That should be a little bit easier. And
What am I looking at on the bottom of that? Is it a rabbit?
I'm going to
What
say,
is this? I need to.
what?
Oh, this. It just looks so funny on here.
Does
like,
it?
am I
I
looking at
know.
an owl or?
I know, I'm just kind of getting to where my edge is. Giving myself just a little bit of overlap here.
Okay, Stephanie. I'm redoing vintage wood suitcase. The hardware, handles, hinges, locks, etc. were rusted. Should I paint them first and then put gold rub and buff on, or just put the rub and buff straight on metal?
Well, you want to make sure you remove any rust that you have, because even if you paint over that rust, what's going to happen is that rust will come through your paint. So give them like a little quick spray of like a Krylon rust inhibiting spray.
Oh, Amy, thank Patrick for us. She's going to sign into her husband's account for this and subscribe him.
Look, I totally messed this up. No, I didn't. You know what? I didn't, you guys. I didn't.
I'll be the judge.
I lined this up wrong, and I shouldn't have put it down, or shouldn't have put it up so far. So, but because I made a nice straight line, I can add this right back in here, and it's going to be fine. It's all going to be just fine. I would say
The hardware is completely cleaned and slightly pitted.
I think I would still seal it first. I really would.
Well, we just got another follower.
Come on.
It's
Can
Jonathan.
we get to 10,000?
It's Jonathan.
Please.
Jonathan finally just subscribed. I'm gonna text Levon and Henry and tell them to
I
subscribe.
thought they already had.
Henry is, but I don't know about Levon.
Oh my gosh. Let's get to 10,000 today, you guys.
Oh my gosh, Grandma Rosie's here. I hope you're subscribed, Grandma.
Grandma, have you subscribed? We're so close to 10,000, you guys.
Aunt Karen's here.
Please
Make sure that
subscribe.
you're subscribed, Aunt Karen, because we are almost at 10,000.
Oh, we're so close. Let's do it.
And Grandma and Aunt Karen, you got here just in time to see Jonathan do a transfer.
Shirley, have you subscribed to our YouTube channel?
Shirley doesn't go on YouTube,
Oh, she doesn't.
but I'll create an account for her.
Okay.
Oh, you do? Excuse me, I didn't know you were going on YouTube.
But I do it on my computer.
That's fine. You can subscribe.
A computer subscription is just
That honestly
as
is
good.
like, might as well be 2 subscribes.
Okay, so here's the piece that I sliced off by mistake. Let's pop that right in there. Look at that. I mean, come on. Did I think that I was really going to get to all these projects today?
Stephanie said clear Krylon spray. Does it have a rust inhibitor?
You'd have to check the label.
Actually, the Rust-Oleum one does. I don't.
Yes, there's a
Krylon.
Rust-Oleum.
Yeah. I don't-
Rust-Oleum does. Shirley does not believe that Krylon does.
Thank you, Shirley.
Shirley, to
Shirley
the
has
rescue.
tried it all. Okay, now, look, if you have a little crack like this,
They cannot see that.
no, you can't. And you know, here's what I would do. I would just kind of scratch around it.
Okay, Liz, let me look on my phone and tell you.
Look at this, you guys.
Maybe you're already
Oh, they have
subscribed.
And check it out.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that cool?
Very cute.
Okay, so I also have some bits up here. Again, I don't think I'm gonna keep going on this right now. You get the idea. I'll piece in where I need to up here, but like, look how cool. I think. I wonder if that'll show up on there. I think it's subtle and it looks good. So I'm gonna cut off that June, and I'm gonna just throw some letters on here and layer this a little bit.
So if you click on our channel,
There should be like a little
no,
subscribe.
not
button.
subscribe on Facebook, it's a red subscribe button. Like if you're watching a video, you can scroll down a bit and there's a subscribe. Grandma and Aunt Karen are here. But like if you're watching the video and you can see where it says L&J Goods and that little circle picture of Mom, if you click on that, then you'll be on a screen where you should be able to click subscribe. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Amy, on Patrick's behalf.
Patrick, now are you gonna let Amy come see us?
Yeah.
Patrick is the best husband ever, isn't he?
really is.
He really is. I don't know what happens when you get to 10,000. It's just a nice number
Yeah,
to
feels
reach.
good.
It really is. Probably nothing happens.
Well, I know they send you a plaque at some point.
At
that right?
10,000?
Really?
Maybe at
I think like $1 million.
a million.
And then you get a plaque.
They send like a.
I can make my own I can make my own plaque with IOD molds, decoupage queen paper.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, this is why upstairs I have an entire, like 2 boxes of bits and pieces and scraps. I don't throw any of this away because we can always add this stuff.
Okay, you'll get a you'll get a
Play
YouTube
button.
play button plaque when you reach 100,000.
Oh boy, well, we have a lot of work to do then. I guess we have a lot of work to do. Okay, I am going to maybe put this guy up here because I just I think that's so pretty.
I think you'll have to like go out and back in because the number's not changing for me, Mary Jo. But I think like once we go out of the video and go back in.
Oh yeah, those of you that are watching and have never subscribed, and I know there's a bunch of you out there,
Oh,
please do that. What?
how dare you?
No, I
Use
know
that.
there are.
But you were like, I know.
No, and you know something?
I
Here's what
see.
it does. It really and truly helps. Like, if you don't buy from us, whatever. If you don't come into our shop, whatever. Here's what helps. Is if you like, share, comment on any of our posts, Facebook, Instagram, or
But of course, Mom's not discouraging you from buying from us
Yeah,
or
you can.
coming into our shop. Those things are wonderful too. But if you can't do that, and we understand.
It says 9.91.
Right.
How many were
I thought we were 9 away.
oh, Megan.
9,000. Oh. No.
there?
She did the wrong math.
No.
Sorry.
9.91. I don't know.
9.91?
I don't know if that's comes out to
9,910. We're 90
you're
away.
like 90.
Oh.
We're 90 away, guys.
You
Maybe
can see the
next week.
exact number.
But any little thing you can do.
Like Grandma said, I never was cut out for
I mean,
college.
that's a classic way to get people. Is if you say you're like 5.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I was not doing that.
Like I know, like on Twitch, we'll do like have like a subscriber count up and like always have it be like 5 away from whatever milestone.
Okay, well, Mary, I've made a horrible mistake.
It's like we need a new tech person here.
Well, I never claimed to be the tech person in HR, and that was not any part of what was required on my application was subscriber count.
Hey, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. And it's going to look even better when we get that sealer over
That
it.
is cool.
It's very, very pretty. All right, Jonathan, let's put a transfer on this table.
All right, how do you want me to do this?
Well, let me,
Do you have a GoPro you could attach to my head?
I
have
do
a
not have a
stabilizer. I mean, I
GoPro.
can put it in the stabilizer.
It's okay. We don't want to take this out. We'll just work right here.
Sure we don't.
Oh, you want to see his lovely face?
Yeah, they're not just gonna want to see like his torso.
Okay.
They want to see his moneymaker.
No, it's
Come on over here, Jonathan, for a second. I'm going to put this aside. And
And if anybody says anything rude about Jonathan, I will block you. But I know you never would.
so we need that little applicator. And Megan, you can just kind of figure out what a good angle is here. But
let's introduce.
this is my grandson, Jonathan. Jonathan P. And he's a pretty cool guy. He does a lot of
Wait,
my
I have his
video,
hair cut off.
like first cut editing, all of that, which is kind of nice. It's nice for me. You probably get so tired. I always think of you sitting there with those earbuds in and hearing
He's-
your grandmother.
Well, that's since you do the voiceover after, I don't have to listen to
His job is to edit my voice out.
So we're gonna continue.
Isn't he cute, you guys?
He's adorable.
it. Not at all.
We're gonna continue to use Ode to Henry Fletcher. I have these pieces left. So Jonathan, they kind of fit together,
No biting your nails on camera.
but I don't want to put this over the whole table. Okay. My thought is that
That's okay.
it would look good if it kind of came from like around the outside. You see what I mean? Kind of off center a little bit.
Everyone loves you, Jonathan. They think you're so cute.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, we might want to. Okay,
This way,
yep. Cause
so
see,
the
this
red.
is the piece. This is where it would butt up against another piece. But this is the part that is the outside of the design, and so it's going to be more appealing to have that coming in versus that edge, right? So we just want to make sure that we get it over far enough so that any of those joins, like this, where it would join into another piece, we want to make sure that's over far enough.
Melissa, I know he would appreciate that, but I won't be reading any comments aloud that will encourage it.
Okay,
Okay.
so
He was.
Jonathan,
No,
I'm
'cause I
just
gotta
gonna
hold
get
this.
prepped. So here's what I like to do. Since I'm working on a circular edge here, I will just take this and try to create a crease here.
I know, Peggy. Trust, we have a very good relationship. He teases me as much as I tease him. She just wanted to remind me that you'll select my nursing home.
So what I did, can you see that, Jonathan? See that crease?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you hand me the scissors? I'm not going to make you try to use scissors. Even though
Jonathan?
I know that you've taken art classes.
Question for Jonathan, how tall are you?
5'11", 6. I don't know. It's been a while since I've measured.
Well, let's measure you on air. He's taller than Mimi, that's for sure. He's taller than me,
Almost all of my
and maybe
grandchildren-
taller than Shirley.
All of my grandchildren, other than Hattie and Mabel, are taller than
That is
me.
slouch.
Yeah. Well, down here it's hard not to slouch. You're gonna hit your head on
So
something.
what you do, okay, so I have created that template, right? And,
All right. So do you want me down on the table now?
yeah, I think so.
All right. That's your last look, everybody.
Okay. So Jonathan, what you're gonna do, and I'll show you, can we have a little piece of blue tape? This is one of the tricks that I do,
Ellen is short, Stephanie.
is I will,
Teeny weeny.
I'll put some blue tape here, right? And that's gonna hold this into the position where I want it.
It won't peel the paint.
No, this is, nope,
Jonathan.
that is a good question. But then we've gotta remove the backing sheet, so I can pull this back,
Just stay in place.
right? Toss it away, and then lay that back down. So then you'll rub it in place. And I want you to start like in this one corner here. And you can
True,
use
Jonathan
this
does
to
need a
lift.
stool or
So
something.
let me show you.
He has to bend over a lot farther than Mimi.
Here, you want my little,
No, that's a good idea. You're gonna be so hunched over, honey.
It'll be so
You're gonna get a
low
crank in
down.
your
Come on,
neck.
this way.
No, you won't.
Down
You're
this
gonna
way.
be. No, okay.
okay, so what we do is we just, I kind of keep one edge lifted, and then
Good
I'm
idea,
gonna rub,
Amy.
and you can see how it changes color. See that? Sometimes you can even hear it releasing from the backing sheet. So go ahead
Huh?
and let's see, and you'll get a feel for how much pressure you have to put down. Sometimes, let me see.
You know.
Like you really kind of have to get it. Like you really have to move it.
We want you to come too, Stephanie. You can meet everybody.
So like I said, you can kind of lift a little bit as you go, and that's going to help to release it. Because you don't want to press so hard that you are you're denting the furniture.
Well,
Okay, so let's see.
it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the color. Okay.
Okay,
It's
so
coming off.
lift a little bit. Watch here.
Let me see.
I know it can be a little tricky. So as I'm kind of rubbing this, I'll lift. That almost
You
helps me
rub
to get it
coming
going.
close.
See that?
You just
So
rub
I get to a
coming
certain point.
Yes.
So let's say I get over to here. I'm gonna lift as I go. See that?
Okay.
And then I kind of get it moving that way. So I'm gonna try to make it a little easier for you. So you're gonna twist it around.
What do you think is harder for Jonathan learning
Here,
to
you
do this,
see?
or for Mom to not just snatch that right out of his hand and do it for him?
Like this. This is why I didn't
Yeah.
teach my daughters how to sew.
You did try. He thinks that Jane thinks he needs to be where you are, Mom, like trade places.
Yes,
like
I
he'd
agree.
get a better grip.
You probably could, yeah.
That was fine.
So, okay, so Jonathan, as you're
Or turn the
lifting
table,
this,
yeah.
like, see, you lift this up, it's still on there. Now you can go back
Go
up
back to
there.
these ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this might be a to be continued.
What time is that?
It's almost midnight.
Sorry if I-
No, I'm kidding, honey.
2:26.
2:26.
Things off track.
It's okay. We started a little late. We've got about 10 minutes. No, you didn't take anything off track. This is great. This is awesome.
Way less off track than I usually take it.
Anyway, what I love about these transfers, like I said before, it is just such a very quick and easy way to add a little something extra to all those little projects that you have in your basement. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of my label ephemera, and I'm going to put some words on that toolbox there.
I'll get a little of you, a little of Jonathan. You're doing a great job, John Jay.
Coming off, right? Isn't that cool? And let's see.
I want you to march that table right into the head of the art department at Hamilton and show them what you did.
Look at what my grandmother taught me.
Yes.
So we have a few different options.
He's doing that.
It's kind of like, it's really satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Jane
Yeah, a
said
little
Lynn might get this basement cleaned out sooner than planned, and I wish that was true, Jane. I really do.
Me too. Me too.
I just can't wait till we're like Basement Chronicles, week 460.
We're doing 1 year. After that, you don't ever get to come in my basement again.
So we get 50.
We'll never even speak of it again.
No. What happens when you don't have a little thing? I just use my scissors
Or your fingernail.
or my fingernail. I don't have to. Don't we
Or a
love?
credit
we
card.
miss label ephemera. We miss all those words and.
Is it
things.
ephemera
No,
or
ephemera.
ephemera?
So I've been corrected.
Oh, you have? Because I thought we were used to
I
be
always
pretty.
say ephemera.
That's what I was gonna say. I thought we were in the ephemera
Wrong.
camp, either
Sound
at
right.
here at J Goods, but
I did have a lovely reader, probably not a subscriber, a lovely watcher that did not, that corrected me.
I want to be. If I'm saying a word wrong, or if
Oh
there's,
my gosh,
I'm
yes, I
speaking
wanna
to
know.
anybody who was in this shop last week. On what day was it? Thursday. And I had chocolate on my face. And no one, I looked like a toddler
Not even JR.
who was No, JR is the one who told
Oh,
me.
that's right, he did. Your customers didn't
Oh, I was chatting it up. And it's a lesson for all of us. I ate a cookie very, very quickly because it was very good.
And
And
we have
the
a little
chocolate-
break. Would you rather a stranger tell you
Yes.
that
Yes.
you've got
Yes.
spinach in your tube
Yes.
or not?
When
I
there
would
is
rather
full
know.
blown, there was not only chocolate on my chin, but also on my nose. You,
really
it
knew
is friend or foe, you tell someone.
No, Henry got it.
Yeah, it is
Henry-
beyond.
We went to ice cream the other day. Henry was eating this.
That's Henry's out of
He was
control with
eating
ice
it
cream.
with the opposite side of the
No,
spoon.
he can't.
He just eats everything with this. I saw him eat a French fry like it was a chicken wing.
Yeah.
He just eats things
He
like
does.
Get that on film?
guaranteed to
Yeah.
make it the most
We have a lot of films of Henry eating, but we have to take it from far away because he gets mad. But he will make one tiny little apple slice last
I mean,
so long.
You guys, look at, to me, that's just enough.
Mhm.
It's just enough. I don't need to put another thing on here other than maybe on the back.
Mary
Or-
Jo would like to remind you that you were going to get measurements for her of the concrete urns.
Oh, thank you, Mary Jo. Yes.
Sandy, I will be here to tell you it was a delicious cookie. It had a little bit of sea salt on top, like the
Ooh.
big good flakes. The chocolate was still a little warm, and that's why I just needed to get it down before that chocolate firmed
Where
up.
did that come from?
My friend
Oh, it's-
brought it to me at work. And she brought me a salad too, and yes, I ate the cookie first. Deal with it.
Life is short.
And I'm a grown up. Okay?
Right. Life is short.
Yeah.
Dessert first.
Exactly.
Tell you
But
what.
it is I'm still literally starting to sweat just thinking about how many people I talk to. Smiling and cheesing and teaching them about paint, and they acted like they were taking me seriously.
What color paint is it? Chocolate paint?
Oh, it's so bad.
Anyway, look at that tote now. It just took it
Yeah,
to
that
a
is
whole
cool,
other
huh?
place.
I love that tote.
I love that.
I'm
tote.
crazy about that tote.
That would be an awesome tote for like just journaling supplies.
There you go.
Like if you're a knitter, like just some yarn. Jonathan, you did it!
Wow,
Okay, so now
well
just
done.
take this and you want to rub over it just to make sure it's completely adhered. Isn't
Yeah.
that pretty?
Robin said she has some of the concrete things in her cart and wondered about the sizes too. So
Oh,
did
no,
you
no.
not add sizes?
All the sizes are in the description. Mary Jo is talking about those big concrete urns that are out in front of our store. We do not ship those.
But please come and get them.
Mary Jo is going to be here for retreat.
You done? Oh yeah. We had a delicious lunch today, didn't we, Mom?
Oh, that's another great place, ladies. That are coming
Sourced,
October
yes.
for lunch. Yeah.
We had a Korean chicken sandwich, Korean fried chicken
chicken.
sandwich. It was to die for.
Is it spicy?
It was a little spicy, but not too spicy. Wouldn't you agree, Mom?
Mm-hmm. It was very good. So go ahead and play.
Hey, Patty.
Oh, yeah, you took it.
I did.
She is a pro. There's no doubt about that.
So we'll rub it down. Go ahead, and I'm gonna just begin to. I'm gonna try to add a few other little details, like just to make it a little more organic looking.
You're right, Danielle. We'll say somebody will say, "Remember when you did Basement Chronicles?" And Mom will say, "Shh." Don't remind them.
Please don't remind me. But you know, it's been great because a lot of the pieces that we've done, people have purchased, and it's been
Was
awesome.
it bulgogi sauce? It might have been. Was it, Jonathan?
Duck bulgogi? I don't think so.
I'm gonna look right now. But there was also like a really great Asian slaw on it, which we all agreed there should have been more. But honestly, that did not stop me from eating every single bite. They don't say. They don't say in the description. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Shirley.
But I'll get to the bottom of it. I love bulgogi sauce too, and I think it may have been. The table is not boho blue. I think that's midnight blue. Is that right?
No, actually, it's ash.
What?
Ash always takes on a little bit of a blue undertone when we're under the
Wow.
lighting.
That's ash. That's the nice blue over there on the bottom.
Okay, Jean says, I want to see some of those chairs down there. I always see them stacked up.
What
Because Mom
chairs?
hates to paint chairs. We all do.
No, I don't think she's talking about the painted chairs. I think she's talking about the
Her
ones-
upholstery chairs?
Upholstery, yeah.
Yes.
These belong to somebody else. I do have to upholster those. Or
And maybe
redo
we'll
them.
let you see that.
But look, see how if I create a little more sweeping around the outside edge, it just makes it look so much prettier. I shudder to think of
Baby's first YouTube. I'm going to add it to his baby book.
those.
Baby's first YouTube with Mimi.
Shaking
Baby's
his head.
first. I'm going to rename this Baby's First Transfer.
You make me regret this.
Well, it's too late.
Jonathan, you're such a good sport. You really
He's
are.
so, and he's so cute. Will it tell me, you guys with adult kids, does it
Make 'em
ever,
blush.
I know, but does it ever get old just thinking
Yes.
how cute? Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that was abrupt.
I set myself up for that, and it is, wow.
No, but I will tell you, like when Megan and I were live on our Facebooks, those 2 times, I
She
literally,
hated every second
No,
of
I
it.
didn't. But I literally kept looking up and thinking, like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful.
Thank you,
Like
Mom.
she's so pretty.
I mean, that goes without saying. I'm just saying, does the pride?
Oh, Lordy.
Oh.
I know, Melissa. She got me good. I deserved it.
Walk right into it.
Oh, but I just when I happened to see a friend at Sourced, and it was I might as well have been presenting a baby in a carrier, a newborn baby. That's how proud I feel. Like peeling back the blanket. Here he is. Doesn't he smell good? That's how I
Look
feel.
at this new hair. Fresh new hair.
Yeah, you take such good care of it.
That's cranky.
I
Oh,
would not.
poor John.
You're gonna face this later.
Poor John. All right, I think we're probably at about an hour. Okay.
Oh, Danielle, if you don't think everybody in my house knows now that I look like Kate Winslet.
Everybody in the
Anybody,
giant knows.
yeah. Anybody who will listen. I've even changed my picture so that when I text somebody, it's Kate Winslet in Titanic, just to hopefully stir up some interest. So that people might say, why is that your picture? And then I'd say, oh, well, everyone says I look like her, so
I just decided to
Yeah,
steal
just-
her identity.
any way to get people to just ask me so that I can say it.
Oh, I love it.
So you guys, the thing that we want to be doing is when we get this all on here, we need to seal our transfers in place. You can use either wax or you can use a matte sealer. I will be using Tough Coat.
Leah, we'll see. Leah said this is Jonathan's last appearance, right?
As far as he's
First
concerned.
and last. This one will probably get the most views ever, John.
This
Oh,
one's
yeah.
really going to get us to 10,000. And again, I apologize
Only if
for.
you share it to your Twitch.
I don't have a Twitch.
Oh,
What
thought
is
you said you
Twitch?
did.
Go live.
But maybe you could in your group chat with your friends share our
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, like I'm sure like
I bet if I-
Harvard would.
I'm sending this to Libby.
Oh, I'll do it.
You promise you will?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is when like.
Libby is Jonathan's darling girlfriend.
All right, so we're gonna finish up here, you guys. Next week, fingers crossed, we'll be doing a little bit of a shop walkthrough and sharing the story of L&J Goods. And if Jonathan can get on it, I will have an awesome video for you, edited video to post on Sunday. And what else was I gonna say? Something. Tomorrow, I'm at a loss for words.
Were you going to say you're hoping that by tomorrow Jonathan will be all done with that?
He's almost done. This is really pretty, you guys. What I love about this table, let me tell you real quick about this table. And this is how we end up with stuff in the basement. This particular little table was given to us, maybe I'm not sure. Anyway, it had peeling veneer on the top, so we stripped the entire top of the veneer, sanded it back really well. The leg was falling off. It had a missing brass piece on one of the legs, so JR really couldn't reattach it, and he said, oh, wait a minute, I think I have something that I can add to that base.
But this is where we always get annoyed with JR for hanging on to stuff, but he comes through
always
all the
comes
time.
through, and he actually attached those brand new legs.
Yeah.
Well, they're old legs that came from something else that
But
he
still,
took apart.
he's so good at that, and
Yeah.
he'll not only will he
Oh.
save the stuff, he'll remember where he put it, which is an amazing combination.
Right, most of the time.
Yes.
But here's the other thing that I loved about this. I love this because I love the size of it. These little tables are always really good sellers, especially if they have a drawer in it, but most especially if they have 2 drawers. And this one has 2 drawers.
Wow.
And I just pulled these couple of,
Those are pretty.
I think they're gonna look really pretty.
I'm not sure if they can see. You might need to like, the angle's kind of
Yeah.
funny. There we go. He is patient. He's a good boy. He has a great sense of
JR.
humor.
Is that a way of saying I'm slow?
No. Leah's saying you're very patient with us.
I know, I'm kidding.
Oh my
Oh, yeah, I
gosh.
like that.
But also that
is-
you're slow.
Look at that, you guys. Oops.
Here, can you tell what you're seeing?
Oh, see my back. Ooh.
Mom. This is a body positive YouTube channel. Look at you go.
Jonathan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I don't know, guys, if we will end up using some other parts. I'll probably continue to add just a little bit. Just a little. I don't know. I kind of like.
Yeah, it's cool.
I love it.
Maybe Jonathan could sign it.
But isn't that pretty? That's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan, well done.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Good job.
I
Yeah.
almost was gonna hold your hand.
I was gonna say there's
and
nothing
he-
like a
man,
high five between grandson and grandmother.
Yeah, man, he pulled that hand away so fast.
Well, if it was the
No,
other
usually
hand,
you would hug.
If it was the other hand, I could have done a grab, but it was the
Yeah.
opposite.
So
Yeah.
just from Ode
It's
to
a tough
Henry
position to
Fletcher,
be in.
We used the urn part here with the wording, and then I just used all the bits and pieces on this little table. We love that. That is so
They
pretty.
can't see it anymore.
And again, I may fill in and add a little bit more to.
Mom, they can't see the table. Just
Okay.
see.
Well, I'm just saying. And then this I touched up with a little bit of paint
Love it.
and just put a simple little bit of typography on here.
That typography is perfect for that.
It really is. It's perfect. We did not get to our other box, but we'll do that next week upstairs maybe. And I'm going
Depending on
to-
how hot it is.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do with it. I will show you what I'm going to do. I think this. I've been waiting for like the right piece.
That box is so nice. You could definitely use it for like even crematorium ashes.
I'm going to be using La Chasse on
It's
this.
beautiful.
I think.
I can't believe that's what they use to ship stuff.
If this is going to fit, I think maybe.
Oh, let me move. Somebody's staying close up. I'm very sorry. It's just so hard in the basement setup.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Might do that like all the way around.
Yeah, I
It'd be
like that.
kind of neat.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Have a wonderful Wednesday. We're all having an end of school celebration tonight out at the lake.
Well, sorry, all of us but Jonathan.
Jonathan won't be here.
No, Jonathan will not be
and
available.
August won't be here.
August
But,
is still undecided.
Oh, I thought he had to work.
Well, we're not sure.
Okay.
So
He can bring
TBD.
Hannah, but we're gonna
we can
swim.
talk about this
We're
off
gonna
camera.
Swim and have strawberry shortcake. So
There
it'll
you
be
go.
fun. Mom,
All right, I'll
Aunt
send you
Karen,
some
Are
video.
you still there, Mom? and
Yes,
Aunt
Mom
Karen?
and Aunt Karen, come out and
Please bring
swim.
your bathing suits and come on out and have some strawberry shortcake and take a swim with us.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See
Love
you
you.
Friday upstairs.